So I'll try to take you through this building. I made a sketch in SketchUp at first, had kind of the idea of what it's going to be, and started in February to make, actually late January, to make the frame, the base, with a bit of concrete. All the wooden pieces here is kind of leftovers from different projects, so it's nice to just get a second use for it. I got a very good help from Reit from Estonia to mix the concrete for me, and I was pouring it in and making it look good. Here the first bricks from an old fireplace we had inside the house is put on. This is just the first layer. I'm going to add more. There is also some metal bands. This is just to support the wooden frame when it comes up. So here's the second layer of bricks. It's well, it takes time, and it was pretty cold, so you had to be careful not to get frost into it. But it was a strange winter this year, so it was possible to work. This is in February. Usually in Norway there's half a meter of snow, but here no, there was nothing. So third layer, second layer in the back. So the next step will now be to put on a last layer of bricks and level it all out. It's going to be as straight as possible. Of course, this is a greenhouse and I'm not extreme on the details to make it absolutely perfect. It will be kind of built in place anyway. So here we are. Concrete job is done more or less. Okay, we will add a bit of shining on the outside when it's done, but so far okay. And still in Norway there might be snow now and then. This is the wooden frame, the first base, and you can see the metal bands that I just screwed on. Everything in this project will be screwed. I will not use nails, so I'll just continue and use screws. I think it's better for an amateur. Snow, well, okay, so it's not a big thing. Here you can see a window, and this is the first kind of step. Everything is level, and I put in the window on top, and so first 4 windows here. I actually built the frame around the windows, not vice versa, because the windows could be kind of different shape, and actually they were. So here I have already done the first front part. So, and the back part is ready. I can now kind of picture the outline. It's 140 centimeters high, these walls, which gives it actually a very good height when you walk inside. Here the first 2 frames on the roof is up, and the door, you can imagine where that is going to be. These frames on top, I made a template which I actually screwed directly on my terrace. That was very good to get everyone exact same angle and the same shape, so to make it look good in the end. So you can see the corners, I doubled up that. Here is the template I made, simply screwed it, and then the angle, 40 degrees it is, will be like that for everything, and everything will be the same. Here's the 5 first frames up. This is the stairs up to the back garden, made of pallets, my wife's idea. You can even see our beehives in the back, and my wife's bicycle, which is now painted more like magenta. So you can see now the frames are up, the project is rising. There's still a lot of work to do, but the height inside is very good. I have to use a ladder to get up, and I put a ladder across to be able to work on the stairs or on the top. windows are good. They were given away for free in the area, so I just collected them from people who wanted to get rid of them, and it's good. Even the door I got for free. So now here is the first round. You can see now all the main frames are in, and I'm looking at to the extension. This was kind of well, some sleepless nights to think how it had to be done, but I simply started and tried to make it. And in the end it came out good. On top I made one beam across all and secured it, and every corner I reinforced with an extra block. So here you can now see also the extension. I made a few more adjustments to make it neat and make the water come down correctly. So like it is right here, you will see that the water will probably stop towards the beam and it will not go down. So that was one of the things I had to consider all the way. And here's the ladder laying across, which I used to walk on. It's pretty solid. I could really push it aside and it didn't move at all at this stage. Here's the second line of windows, which I've cut and put in. All these windows had to be cut piece by piece and put in, and I secured it from the inside with a frame and then just added some blocks outside to secure it. It will be framed in the end. I had a lot of roof stones laying around, which I just crushed and used as a base and drainage in the bottom of the project. It will also keep some of the weeds away. My wife wanted, this is in the beginning of April, my wife wanted to make the boxes and make the soil ready, so I made that out of pallets as well. And then we got some pavement bricks from someone who gave that away in the area. I added one sack of cement, just brush it out and added some water, and it got very solid and good. There's some gravel underneath to make it good. So here I have glassed in the extension, glassed half of the roof. The area between the roof and the walls will also be sealed with wooden blocks. So it will be kind of airtight. Well, not quite. It's a greenhouse, but still it's better than plastic for sure. I also added some decoration on top, made it in the garage. Looks cool. I painted them gold just to make it kind of, well, actually my wife said paint it gold. This is the tool. I used a Stanley glass cutter and a file, and that's about it. And then I had some straight edge to cut along. All windows are cut. It's 108 windows in total. So there were a few things to cut through the project. So here the end wall is ready, not glassed yet. This is late April. Getting kind of there, door is in, and you can kind of see the outline of the whole thing. The full box for soil is ready. Back wall is done and glassed. I even put in this automatic vent, so it will open the window for us when it's about 25 degrees Celsius inside. Door and everything is good, it's solid. Still a lot of work. There's a lot of windows still to come in, but it's getting towards the end. And this part here will be kind of, as you see here, this is on the extension. I would like to have a bench. And this bench, well, I had an idea, and my wife, of course, wanted it in pallets. So I made it in pallets. So now this is a bench, but it also works as a storage. It's a nice place now for a coffee in the morning, sitting there watching the tomatoes grow. So this is really nice. Then I made it with a patina. Just used a torch to make it look cool. And as I said, the workbench, I just doubled it up by some cupboards we had, which we took down from the inside of the house, and it simply hung by a screw on each side with a rope. So now we are almost at the end. We had a grand opening. My parents, my dear mother and my dear father, came to my mother is kind of the godmother of the greenhouse, so she was able to cut the rope to get in. Actually, she needed a bit of help from my father because the scissors were really blunt, but finally we managed to cut it, went inside, and it was opened. So this project has been great. It took me or us 3 months approximately, not working daytime, so it's weekends and evenings. Everything is kind of given away for free. We had to build the frame, and we have to purchase that, and the screws, of course, was bought. All the glasses were given away for free. Doors, the bricks we had, concrete we had to buy. But as you understand, this project was very cheap. It didn't cost much. Compared to a greenhouse this size, 1/10 of the price, I would say. So not very expensive. And it was a really interesting project. I think this is going to be a great place for us in the future. Here's the cucumbers. We have tomatoes on the other side. They are now already giving fruits. As I present this, it's already June. We put on a shelf where we had lettuce, and inside the middle we have chili. We added basil together with the tomatoes. So, well, I must say that we are pretty pleased with what we achieved for the price of it, for sure. And we enjoy it now every day. So if you want to comment or give any kind of advices or need any feedback, please just write down below and I will try to comment and help you. Well, I'm not sure if I can help you, but I would gladly give my experience on this whole project if you need it. Here my wife is demonstrating the bench, hanging up, and it's kind of solid. Great place to put in all plants and soil and everything. So this ends this small video. Thank you for watching.